Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. So today, as the season demands, it is time for some like wintry kind of fun makeup. I knew I wanted to play with blue, and then the snowman, he just kind of happened, okay? Even though it looks complicated, this is actually a very easy talk through tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Drop a comment down below letting me know anything else you guys would love to see here on this channel this holiday season or moving forward into the future, and we are just gonna jump right into it. Alright, so we've got our eyebrows and our foundation already on. The first thing that we're gonna do is jump right back into this Norvina Volume 2. You guys know I am determined to hit pan in every single color, and I mean, so far nothing, which is kind of crazy considering how often I use it. The first color that I'm going to jump into is going to be this beautiful like light blue. This is called C2. But you can use, of course, like whatever it is that you have on hand. This color does have like a tiny bit of reflect in it, but it is not a metallic or a shimmer shade per se. I think it just has it for, I don't know, kicks and giggles. I'm gonna be stippling that, following the nice like curve here of the arch of my brow up here up top, and then we're also going to be dragging it here into the inner corner. Like always, we're not dragging this product all the way up to the brow, but as it loses product here at the end of the brush, we are going to drag it ever so slightly higher because it'll create a natural like gradient or kind of fade. I don't have a flat white color in that palette, so I'm going to be picking up the white from the Raw Beauty Christy and Pure collab. This is the shade Lumos from her more colorful side. I always have this palette out anyways because I think it's like perfect to be like my little handheld mirror. So it's pretty much how I do every single one of my looks, but extra convenient that she happens to have a white shade here as well. And that white shade I am allowing to hit my brow bone because it's gonna serve as like our highlight, I suppose. And I'm just making sure to use that in order to feather out the very top edge of that blue that we've dispersed so that it creates like that nice soft fade. We got the base blue down. Now we need to deepen our crease so that we can cut it. And for that, I'm kind of debating between using like a deeper blue or maybe using something with like a hint of purple. This shade right here, C3, is like this beautiful, rich kind of purple, almost like indigo-y. I don't know, I think that's what I'm going to dip into. So I'm taking that same brush, just loading the point of it, tapping off any excess, that way I can like really nestle it in there. I always make sure to drag whatever cut crease color I'm using up a little bit higher than the natural like crease here in my eyeball, simply so that later when I do carve it out, I am not carving over all of the work that I've just done. Something that I did not know to do when I first started doing cut creases that I absolutely always remember to do now. We're gonna be taking the tiniest little tapered brush ever. You guys know I normally like to use something a little bit bigger, but this is the only one that's clean, okay? So we're gonna be using this to carve out the crease. Now, I say this every time I do this, but I do have a fully in-depth cut crease tutorial here on the channel. For those of you guys who are interested in that, I will possibly put a card right here. So you'll notice that I took it a little bit higher than my actual crease. That way I can still see some of that work even when we are done and our eyes are fully open. I also didn't drag the cut all the way to the end here because we're gonna taper shadow inwards, and I love to use like either my finger or one of these little baby sponges that I got from the Lisa Frank collection to just kind of like aid me, just to make sure that it's all nicely patted out, because P. Louise base is rather thick. So if you leave it unattended and it dries like that, it can make your eyeshadow like grab, or you'll see like a much darker patch where it hasn't been blended out, and that is obviously not what we're going for. We're gonna be picking up this D1 shade right here in the Norvina palette on this not a flat packing brush. I don't even know if you can tell just how like beautifully reflective that is. It's not like a straight silver, it's like a blue with like an almost yellow kind of shift of iridescence in it. It's really pretty, like a pretty unique shade. All right, so we've done that, and I want to add just a little bit more glitter because there's clearly not enough. This is the color Pyro from the Urban Decay collection. I'm just gonna be taking a little bit of that and hitting the very tippity top of that cut crease. I don't even know if you guys can really see. We're going to go back to that big old fluffy brush that we started with, and that like purple tone color that we used to carve out our crease. That is what we're going to concentrate right here towards the outer corner of our lid. I'm gonna kind of do that scrambled egg motion to kind of really make sure that we're like buffing it out, and then we're gonna slowly start to drag it in and down towards the lash line. And once we have that nice and faded, we're just gonna pick up a little bit of the C2, which is that much lighter blue, and that is gonna kind of kiss right where that like deeper purpley blue kind of went and flick inwards. That way it can kind of be like it's like fading into the glitter, if that makes any sense. And before we add any like snowflakes or anything like that, which I definitely think is going to be what we do today, I want to go ahead and add a flick of some black eyeliner. For that, we're just going to be using the felt tip from Morphe. This is called Ink. We just did a 3/4 wing, which is a wing that doesn't go all the way to the inner corner of your eye. As the name implies, it is 3/4 of the way. This is a colored pencil from Morphe. It is the color Locket, and I am just going to use that here on my waterline for some added drama. We're gonna pick up this tiny little pointed brush. I kind of want to carry a little bit more of that purple down here. So that C3 color, we're going to use the pointed thin brush to kind of pack that right here along the lower lash line. Using first the side of the brush to kind of like stipple the product where we want it, and then returning it a little bit more on its point to kind of like. And now we're gonna go back to a more fluffy brush, take some of that like lighter blue, and really kiss that outer corner. We're gonna take that same beautiful reflective like blue color, a tiny brush, and we're just gonna hit that in the very inner portion of the lower lash line, just to give it a little bit more of like a wham bam thank you ma'am. We need to do something to the rest of the face. I don't know if I necessarily want blue everywhere, but also why not? So we're gonna pick up our big fluffy brush and we're gonna start to feather out that blue that we were using before. I didn't add any more product yet, but I will. Just gonna feather that out right here onto the temple. And for that, you can see I'm doing like this very soft circular motion. Not gonna do like a whole ton of this, just enough to like give us those winter blues. Now I kind of want my cheeks to look so rosy in the
I'm clearly outside and it's freezing cold kind of way.
So I need like a really baby pink. I don't know that I actually own one. I've learned in just this tutorial that I need to go buy a new blush palette, and that's fine. I love to go shopping, so. So now I think is the perfect moment to add all of our details. Yeah, so we've got our handy dandy white liquid liner from Morphe. We're going to be adding some dots as well as some snowflakes. And then I think it would be really, really cute, since we do have like this little edge here where this all kind of kisses. I think we should create little snowman. And now, because I know that I have the brown liquid liner and I feel like that's dry enough, instead of just grabbing black, because I don't think I have one of these little like brushy tips, I think I only have the felt right now. So stressful. Oh shucks. I've made the hat too big. I have this tiny little tapered brush and I have this orange eyeshadow here, so. Yep, that's that on that. So I'm going to add so much highlighter to my face. Look at that, beautiful. Kind of ties that like pink and that blue in together, or turns it a little bit a different color, that's also fine. I just want to be like super glowy because it's more of like a fantasy kind of look, so Brush that here. Do our chin, which is gross. Our upper lip, so we look sweaty. Okay, in lieu of using lipstick in any way, shape, or form, instead, I think I'm gonna be doing a little bit of both of these ColourPop glosses. This is from the Raw Beauty Christine ColourPop collection. This one is nice and like pinky, which is so funny because I said in my review that I was not going to be reaching for this, and this is the 3rd time I've worn it. Because I was like, oh, I need that specific colored gloss right now. Excuse me while I go eat my words. That was Wildflower, and then this one is Glacier. And honestly, this is my favorite. But I think that kind of goes with the whole like glowy vibe. I'm not gonna fix my hair because 6 p.m., not going anywhere, not doing anything. Except for eating dinner. And that is actually going to be it for today's look, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and that you all take a moment this holiday season to put a snowman in your eyeballs. Make sure to drop a comment down below letting me know anything else you guys would love to see here on this channel this holiday season or just in the future in general. Have a very fun, safe, healthy day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.